First, let's create a dedicated space for our project. So we will create a new folder, workspace. So in this workspace, we will create all our project. So let's create a new folder and give the project name like MCP Hello Server. Now, the after creating the folder, let's open our VS Code so that we can import our project into the VS Code. So VS Code is ID used for writing code. So there are other IDs. You can use any ID. Cursor, you can also use. Client, you can use. For this course, we are going to use VS Code, which we already set up. So let's open the project folder and go to on the desktop. So I have created a workspace. Open Hello MCP Server. Select the folder. Now you can see Hello MCP Server, which is empty. There is no file into that. And we will start writing code here. So the next step is to initialize the project. So we can initialize the project using UV because we are using UV for managing our project and the environment. So let's go to the new terminals and minimize the port. So let's write UV init. So what it will do, it will initialize your project. If you can see, there are a couple of files are added, which are the starter for the project, but like main files, but we will not using this main files. We will write our server code in different files. So after initializing the UV project, next we need MCP dependencies. So for that, we can create a virtual environment. So for creating virtual environment, let's use UV VENV. So what it will do, it will create a virtual environment. And if you can see, there is a new folder created .venv, and in this folder all our dependencies and libraries got installed. So the next step is after creating the virtual environment, we need to activate it. So you can use this activation key. So dot venv dot venv now script and activate. So now the virtual environment is activated. You can see on the command on the terminal also hello MCP server are added. It's mean whatever dependency we will install into this terminal, then all dependencies will be installed into the virtual environment. So let's see what dependencies are required. So let's go to the official model context protocol page. So here we are using the Python SDK because we are using Python as a programming language. So let's go down and find the dependencies. So you can see after initializing the project, you can add MCP dependencies into the project. UV add MCP CLI. So we are using UV as a dependency management. And if you are using pip, you can use these dependencies. Pip install MCP CLI. So let's copy this dependencies UV add MCP CLI and paste here. So what it will do, it will analyze what are the package and dependencies required, and it will install all the package. So if you can see MCP is installed, Pydantic is also installed, and Unicorn is also installed. So let's clear it. Now if you want to test if it is successfully installed or not, just write the command MCP and let's see if all the dependencies are successfully installed or not. So it will take some times because there are a couple of the dependencies, and it will give all the relevant option which we can use later in this project tutorials. So we can use MCP version dev tool. So it's mean MCP is successfully installed. Now after so now our project initialization is successfully completed. Now let's start writing the code. So first let's create a new file. So in the MCP hello server folder, create a new file server.py. So we will use this class file. You can also write in the main.py, but to make it as a separation, so we will use server.py to write our code. So here I will import some of the code, and then I will explain each lines what this code is and what it is doing. So the first thing now uh, now for writing code we will use fast MCP. So fast, what is fast MCP? Fast MCP is a package which is used for writing MCP code. So let's go to our Google and search about what is the fast MCP. Fast MCP. So we are going to use this fast MCP package because this is fast and Pythonic way to build MCP server and the client. So fast MCP is standard framework for building MCP application. MCP provides a standard way to connect with LLM to tools data, and fast MCP makes it production ready with clean and pydantic code. So after because the fast MCP is already installed, now let's import the. So the first thing we are importing the fast MCP. So we are using MCP server dot fast MCP package. Just install the fast MCP. The next thing is after installing, let initialize our first server. So let me copy this code, and so the next step is initializing the MCP server with name. So we are initializing the fast MCP server, and here I am giving hello MCP as the name. You can provide any name, and there are other options also. If you hover on the fast MCP, you can see name, instruction, website icon, token, tools. We can provide a couple of information to the fast MCP server. So now we have created the object of fast MCP. Next, we will write our first function. So first we will just write a simple function, and later we will convert it into the MCP tools. So if you can see, I just write a greet function. So what this function is, whatever it will get as an argument name, it will just return a greeting message. And right now this is just a simple Pythonic function. To make it as an MCP tool, we need to use decorator. So use MCP tool decorator. So now it is this function becomes as an MCP tools. And here in the three codes, we defined some of the instruction, and these are the most important instruction and useful because this helps the AI agent to understand that when to call and use these tools. So always define a well structured instruction so that AI agent can understand it. For example, here use this tool when the user asks for greeting, welcome message, instruction and friendly acknowledgement that include a person name. So so when AI agent needs to greet someone, so instead of just sending a random answer, it can use that tools that we will also see when we will test it. So now we have created our first MCP tools. Let's run it. So to start running this MCP tools, we will use the same main functions and call the run method. So MCP is the object we have created here. So if you can see the hello MCP server we have created. Now in the main function, we are running it. So if you can see, let's minimize a little bit so that you can see all the code. So how easy it is to write a simple Python function and then convert it to the MCP tools. So this is the steps. Now you have created successfully your first MCP server along with one MCP tools. In the next video, we will see how we can run it and test it.